All right, man. I don't want to talk about Devin Johnson. I don't want to talk about Remy Watson. I want to talk about this young kid, Keon Davis. And it's not about the way that he ran the football today, but that blitz pickup that he had that allowed the ball to get down the field. When you see stuff like that, how much does that help a kid's stock go up real quick of trying to climb up that depth chart?
Oh, tremendously. I mean, that's the one thing that we try to emphasize to our young players is, with the amount that we throw the football, you got to be able to pick up the blitz. Especially for a young guy, we know you can run the ball. That's why you're here, but a lot of times it's a challenge for those kids coming out of high school is to pick up that blitz. You got to have the willingness, and then I'll clean up the technique, and he has it.
The first couple of carries, you could almost kind of see the tentativeness going through him. He was a little east and west, but there at the end, finished very strong, had a nice catch out of the backfield, had another 12-yard run for a score. What did you like about him, and what did you see that you say he's still got to clean this up as we move forward?
Well, he's a guy that he's not played football in a while. It's been a little while since he's played, and you still see the cobwebs on him, is what I refer to him as. I mean, he's still a little rusty, but he's got a lot of upside. I mean, he's got good hands. He's got great vision. His instincts are spectacular. And it's just a matter of sometimes he sees a little too much. But he's also a guy that's bigger than he's ever been before in his life. I mean, he was a 188-pound guy last time he was playing football. And now he's 207. So he's still kind of adjusting to his body. He's like a pre-teenager. He's going through growing pains, and he's like trying to adjust to these pains. And the sooner he gets his pads north and south, the better. That's the biggest thing with him is he's just got to learn that he can't circle the field like he did in high school and outrun defenses. He's got to get vertical. And he's doing a good job of that.
How much do you look at him and say, my God, that was Remy Watson when I got here the first season with Marshall?
He is. He is in many ways. He is. I don't know that he has the foot speed that Remy has, but he does run pretty hard. He's a little bit bigger than Remy, and he carries a lot of people. He gets a lot of yards after contact, and that's what I always emphasize to those guys. Great backs get yak, and it's yards after. And he does a great job of that. I mean, he's got to get his pad level down a little bit more. He runs high, takes a lot of shots, and his pads gets knocked back, but that's something we can correct, and he does have great heart and good strong legs, so he'll be a good force for us in there.
Let's talk about Thunder and Lightning, Devin Johnson, Remy Watson. Your take on those two guys, especially with Remy coming out of a boot just a couple days earlier, and he looked very, very powerful today.
Yeah, I mean, Remy's really made a concerted effort of getting his shoulder pads up the field, and he's, I think, and we noticed in the staff room that he looks faster now than he's ever looked. I think his weight's the same, but I think he and Devin had tremendous off seasons. I mean, all they had was the weight room all spring, and both of those kids look stronger. They look faster. And even Devin looks more. He even came up to me after the stream. He said, "Coach, I had a couple moves out there today." And so that's something we've been working on with him, is just trying to take some hits off of his body. And both of those kids are benefiting from tremendous off seasons.
Where they had the off seasons where they didn't play in the spring, but one of the things I talked to Remy about, and Devin too, they spent a lot of time in the film room, and Remy said now the game goes so slow. He said he sees the hole before the hole opens up. Has that been the biggest benefactor for him that's made him so much better than he was last season already?
I think so. I mean, he was a guy that had a good understanding of what we want to get done offensively with each scheme. But now that he's immersed himself in the film room more so, him and Devin, Devin even came up to me during the scrimmage. He said, "Coach, I'm anticipating now. Last year I was reacting, but now I'm anticipating because I understand things." And so now the game is slowing down. It's like slow motion for them, and so they can play faster and be more definitive and decisive with the football. And so that's a good thing for us, and good job for those kids.
Deal.